Yeah, thank you, Vandan. So, Vandan, can you please stop sharing your screen so that I can share? Okay. So, I hope you all are doing good. So, let me share my screen first. So, okay. So, when you will see my screen, please tell me. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Vipin. So, let us start this session for today. So, let me first open my PPT. So, I think yesterday I have shared two links so that you can download this Eclipse ID. So, has everyone downloaded?
Yeah, 1 minute, Sumit.
Yeah,
Actually, in my desktop, laptop already Eclipse have.
yeah,
I'm
no
using
issue,
JDK 1.8. It is
no
no
issue.
issue now because it's
Yeah,
your 15. Like I
yeah, no
never
issue, no
heard
issue.
about 15.
If your code is working fine, then there is no issue. Anyways, let me tell you one more time that where you have to download it. If anyone has not downloaded, so type this on the Google, and yeah, I have started the recording. So here if you go and if you come down, so you
Actually, I am leaving for the day.
yeah, sure,
It's
Vanda.
over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Vanda. Okay. So here, if you click on this download packages, you will be navigated to this. So you have to download this one, right? So this will have all the required components which are needed for us. So based on your operating system, so I am having Windows machine, so I will click this. So once you click this, you will land here and you have to just download this file. So once you download this file, it is a zip file, and once you extract that file, you will get some folders here, right? So this is the one we are interested in. So I have already opened. Let me close this. Let me start again. So double click this. Okay, so it will start your Eclipse ID, and second thing is we have to also download that JDK. If I type Java JDK, so I have already provided the link, but let me show one more time if anyone has not downloaded that. So click this Java JDK. So here if you click this JDK download, so here you will come down, right? So you can download this one or either this one. So you can download this one, right? So once you download, it will download, and let me show you that where this is present in my machine. So I have installed that in my program files. Okay, so here this is the folder you are seeing, right? So once you download, I have placed it here, so it's up to you where you will place. So I think by default it will ask you, so you have to just click on next every time, right? So do not change anything. So by default it will store here. So once you will store here, what we have to do? Okay, so what I will do, okay, let me first open this PPT. So this is the PPT I have made. So if I talk about the definition of Java, so you can say that Java is a very powerful programming language. So with the help of Java, we can develop desktop and the mobile applications as well. So this is also very important that Java is platform independent, right? Which means when you compile your Java class file, right? So I will be showing you that how this compilation will work in a short while, but as of now, let us go with the definition that Java is a platform independent language, which means that Java bytecode, or you can say that yeah, right. So this is the Java bytecode that can be run on any machine, and that machine, if have Java virtual machine, then we will be able to run our code. So let us do one thing before running our Java program, right? We have to set some system variable. So first of all, right click on your this PC and click on property. So click on this advanced system setting, and you have to click on this environment variable, right? So here, if you come down, right, so there is one, if you click this new, so here you can give any variable name. So I will give the variable name as Java home. You can give any variable name. So here what you have to pass, if you see, so this is the, if I come click this, okay, come here again. So this is the folder where my all the Java folders are present, right? So copy this path and just paste it here. Okay, so you have to click on OK. So once you will click OK, you will see one variable here, right? So I am already having that in my machine. So as of now I am not pressing it OK, but when you do it for the first time, you have to click on OK. Okay, so as of now I'm pressing cancel. So this is, you have to set in your environment variable, and there is one more variable which is this. So double click this. So once it will open, you have to give this path here. Click this, double click this, copy this entire path, and just place that here, right? So I think I again already having it, so let me delete it and again paste it. So click on OK. So these two things are the first thing you have to do once you will install Java in your machine. So why we are doing this, I will tell you in a couple of minutes that why it is necessary to set system variable in our machine. So if you want to check whether Java is properly installed in your machine, then there is one command you can type here. Okay, so if you have to check whether Java is present in your machine or not, so you have to just say Java hyphen version, right? So you have to just, and after that you have to hit enter. Okay, so I have noted the enter, so hit enter again.
So Sumit, just one question. Java 8 will work or will not?
Sorry?
Java 8 will work for this classes, or we have to install Java 15?
No, you can, whatever the Java version you have, you can go with it, right? So I think Java 8 is the latest one, so which is the version you have, it is not an issue until and unless your program is running, right? So I think you are working in parallel, then you can try this as well. If you face any issue, then you can download this 15. So this is the latest one, I think, right? Yesterday I have already downloaded this from their official website. So you can see here, right? Is it clear?
Yes, I mean, just want to, because you know you have all the things for your courses available,
Yeah.
all the assignments related to. So just want to ask, if I have configured, I already configured Java 8 and all these things are working. So the whole course you will share assignment and all these things will work in Java 8 or not?
Yeah, it will work, no issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one just a small clarification, I just mentioned the Eclipse JE Oxygen R Windows that is already installed in my system. Eclipse, if you see in my chat.
Okay.
So
No
that
issue.
work
Yeah. So I think there will not be an issue, right? Whatever the Eclipse version you have, but right, but you can go with the latest one, right? Because it will have some new updates as well, right? It's up to you. It is not a hard and fast rule. Yeah.
I just installed 3-4 months back. So Eclipse J, that is the J2E version. So I think that will work.
So see, when we were teaching to the previous batch, there also I was using that older version of Eclipse, so I did not face any issue. But before that class yesterday, I have just downloaded the latest version, so you will not face any issue, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for the
So right, so once you will type this command and hit enter, so this is saying 15.0.1. So if you see message like this, which means Java is successfully installed on your machine. Okay, otherwise if you see some other error, which means that you have you have done some mistakes in setting the paths. Okay, so be careful here. So once you set the path, if I again open it, so okay, so we are not going to see very much theory here, but for the introduction purpose I am bringing it here. So basically we have downloaded this JDK. If you see, if I open this, right, so this is our JDK, right? You can see. So why we have downloaded this JDK? Because so there are three terms in Java, which is JDK. JDK is nothing but the Java development kit. So let me write it here. This is one thing, and the second one is Java runtime environment, and this is third one, which is Java virtual machine. So let us see these terms in brief. So we are not going to see very much theory on this. So this is machine. So we have downloaded this one. So basically this JDK will provide one environment. So suppose you are a developer, right? So what a developer will do, he will write some code, or you can say he will write some code, then after that he will compile the code, and finally he will run that application, right? So if you download JDK, so JDK, and also we are going to work on JDK only. So what is this JRE? It is the Java runtime, let me write it, environment, right? So what is this? This will only provide you the environment to run your Java application, right? If you just want to run some Java application, then you have to go with this one, but here you will not be able to develop the application, right? So here, so this is JRE, and what is this third one? it is Java virtual machine. So basically you can say it is an interpreter to execute a Java program. So whatever be this bytecode or the class file, I will be coming to this point in a short while, right? So this JVM is the main thing that will execute your Java code. Okay, so let us see how this program will work. So before that, let me open. So here how your program execution will take place. So first of all, we should have one text editor. So let me open one text editor, which is nothing but, so as of now, I am showing you only one program in the notepad, that how to run your Java program in the notepad. And after that we are going to work with Eclipse, right? So here, so before okay, so let me do this. So for writing any Java program, right, if you want to write smallest of smallest program in the Java, then you have to make one class, right? So without class you cannot make any Java program, right? So what you have to do, first of all you have to make one class. So let me create one class. So what is this class and the object? We will be dealing with that when we will come to the object oriented programming, but here as of now understand that we have to make one class. So you can give any name, like suppose if I give the class name as first program. So this is our first program, and after that provide the braces, right? So here inside that you have to write one method which is public static. So what is this public static void? We will be coming to this, but let us understand how to write one Java simple program, right? So here you have to provide string arguments, right? So you can do one thing. So you cannot make any changes in this method, right? So this is predefined method in Java. So what this is our main method. So our program execution will always start from this, right? What I'm saying, whenever you write or whenever you run any Java program, so your program execution will begin from this method. So it is mandatory to have this method in your program, otherwise your program will not work. So inside that, suppose I want to print something, right? So for printing anything in the Java, there is one statement which is this one. So we will be talking about this, what is this one line by line, but as of now it is hard to tell you, right? Once you will understand the concept of classes and object in the coming lecture, then we will discuss. But as of now, if you want to print something like welcome to first Java class. Okay, so let me, okay, so after that you have to provide semicolon, right? So which indicates, if you provide like this, which indicates that this is the end of your statement. So this is one statement, right? So this method will begin from here and end it here. If I open it, and this class will start from here and end it here. So after that you have to save your program. So let me save with this name only, right? So it is better to save this name, right? So save with this name, otherwise you will get error. So let me save with this name only, it should be same. So let me save it on desktop. So save it, and if I open this, see, first of all we have written some code in our text editor. After that we have to save our code. So what is the extension you have to provide when you will save your file? .java. So this is the file name .java. So I am saving that in my desktop machine, right? Sorry, desktop area. So click this. So you can see that your program is saved, right? So you can close this. Okay, so here there is one mistake, println, right? So save it. So I think everything is correct. Okay, so make sure that this is capital S, right? And these are all lowercase letter, right? This one, and this one. And in Java it is always you can say, this is not a rule, you can also make this small f, but by convention it is mandatory in Java that you should always define the class name with first uppercase letter, right? So this is our class name, first program is our class name, so this is the reason I am writing capital F here. Okay, so let me close this because I think we have saved it, and after that close it. So if you want to execute our Java program, right, so let me come here. Okay, so we have to write our Java program. We have the file here, I think. Yeah, so this is our file. So if I open this, yeah, this is our file. So if you want to execute this program, we should see some output like this. So first of all, let us come to the path where this file is located in our command prompt. So this is the complete path. Copy this because this is the, so let me change my directory, clear the screen and then change the directory to desktop. So this is the program, first program file is located here. So if I write java c, so this is nothing but we are executing one file. Actually this is our java compiler, right? So once you will invoke this file, so let me show you also where this file is present, right? So if I come here bin, so here you can see, right, this is .exe file which is nothing but our java compiler file, right? So if I show you, okay, so this you have to invoke. So this will actually compile your first program file which is in the notepad, and after that it will generate one bytecode. So if I say after that my class name first program dot java, so you have to provide the extension here, right, because I have saved in that dot java format. So after that you have to hit enter. Okay, so you can see, okay, I hope you are able to see that this file was not present earlier, right, this one. Okay, so if I show you again, right, so pay attention, let me delete this. If I again hit that command, you will see one file will generate here and in my desktop. Okay, so hit enter, you can see. So what is this file? If I come here again, so okay, here, so once you will save your file, so you have to provide one command which is javac, so it will produce one class file. So this, whatever the file you are seeing here, this one, it is a class file. You can see dot class is the extension, so this is one class file it has generated. So once you will generate this one, what happen if you want to run your program? So this is this step we reached. After that, this file will be provided to Java virtual machine that will actually run our program. So if I try to run this program, so you have to provide one command which is Java, and after that, but you have to first compile every time. So program. So if I hit enter now, it will actually run my, you can see, so this is the output we have. Okay, so I think people are not joining on time. Okay, so what I was saying, that this is how you can execute the program, right? So one thing, we have set one system variable here. So how this program automatically knows that where this file is located, right? Because I am in this path till desktop, right? But here this javac.exe file is not present. What is the file I am talking about? If I show you, uh, here I shown you. So this is the one, and yeah, here. So how this command prompt identifies that where your java c.exe file is present? Yeah, this is the one. How this will know? Because I'm in this location. So this is the reason we have set system variable. So what happens every time when you will try to run Java program, first your, okay, so let me open it. The reason why we have set environment variable is because whenever you try to run your Java program, so that command prompt will first come here, right? So this is the path. It will first identify where your Java is present. So my Java is present inside this one. So it will automatically go to this location. If I show you, automatically it will go to that location, and after that we have also, I hope you remember that we also have provided the path to this variable up to this. So automatically by defining the system variable, it will identify that this is the file, this is the location where your javac.exe, which is nothing but our Java compiler file, is present. So once it will find, it will compile our file. So this is the reason we are setting our system variable. If you do not set your system variable, then you will get an error, right? Because in that case your program will not be able to identify where Java is located, right? So this is the reason we are setting the system variable. So I think it is clear to everyone. If no, then please let me know.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, if we are using Eclipse,
Yeah.
then it is also necessary to set environment.
Sorry.
If you are doing our program in Eclipse,
Yeah.
then it is also compulsory to set environmental variables.
Yes. Yes. Even in Eclipse as well, you have to set your Java system variable, right? Otherwise, you will get error. So click on OK as of now. So Okay, so let me again come to this, open this. So if I come here again on my PPT, so this we have done. So this has that Java virtual machine has executed our program, right? So here I have said that Java is platform independent, which means that Java bytecode. So whatever the class file you are seeing here, this is nothing but our bytecode, right? So this is our bytecode. So if you provide this file, only this file to some other operating system, suppose one of my friend is having Linux machine, right? So if I uh, send this file to him, then he will be able to execute with his program with the help of this file only, right? So this file, because for every machine there is one Java virtual machine. So okay, let me open it again. For every machine there is one Java virtual machine, right? So even Linux machine will have one Java virtual machine. So when you will provide this dot class file to that person which is having Linux machine, so here there also if he has downloaded that JDK, then JVM will be able to execute that bytecode, which is nothing but the class code. So this is why the Java is platform independent. Earlier in the programming languages like C programming languages, we do not have that JVM concept or any other machine concept there, right? So there it will generate one dot. If you people have worked with the C programming language, then there whenever you will run the program, .exe file will be generated in the C programming. So that .exe file uh, will not be able to run on any other operating system, right? So but here you can see that Java virtual machine will be able to make your Java platform independent, right? So this is very important thing in Java. Okay, so I have already written one program, but you can see here as well. So you can see, so these are the comment, right? We will discuss them later, double slash and single slash. So see here, right? So if you want to write hello world, so they have defined one class with the name hello. Okay, again, so this is the public static void main. So all the Java programs must have a main function. They also start at main. So our Java program will always start from this first line, right? That method. And what is this? So you can see braces inside start and end of the main. So which means that this method will end here. And you can see the what to print you can provide inside double quotes. And this is the function, right? Println is one function. So, okay, so and this semicolon indicates end of the statement. So these are the simple things you have to remember. We will discuss what is this class, what is this public later on. As of now it is not be possible. Okay, so
Sumit, one question from my side.
yeah,
Can we save this file in any other name apart from the class name?
so let me also show you. You will get one error, right? Okay, so if I show you, let us say, so let me save this only first. Okay, so let me save first. If I save it, click on save. Okay, so I think here it is our file. Where is the file? Okay, so let me close it. So you will get error. It should have the same name. Okay, so here it is the file. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me rename this file. Instead of creating new, let me rename this file to first. So this first is different, and if you see, this is the one, right? So if you try to save it and run it, and let me also delete this. Okay, so again, so first we have to compile our file. This is nothing but first.java. So I think you should get one error. You can see it is saying that class first program is public, should be declared in a file named this. So whatever the class name you will define inside your program, you have to save that file with the same name, right? Okay, okay, so instead of writing this, you have to provide the first one. So this we have done. And what is, okay, so this we have done in notepad. Okay, so I wanted to show you that how this class file is generating every time, but as of now let us not work with the notepad. Let me open this Eclipse. Okay, so here you will see many different operations you can perform, but within the notepad it is not possible. So once you click this, so it will ask you one path. So let us create one new folder where all our files will be present. So let me say first demo. You can give any name. Okay, so I have created one fresh folder. So here let me click on this, and let me Yeah, this is the one. So select it. So okay, click on launch. So it will take some time. Okay, so we are here. So till now it is clear to everyone that how your program is working. If any issues, then let me know. Okay, I hope it is clear. So let us wait for that Eclipse IDE to load. So this is the latest one. I just downloaded it yesterday, and whatever the links I provided, you can also download. Okay, so it has opened, and you have to just click on this hide. Earlier in the previous version, this this have some different name. I think workbench was written here, but now they have updated it to hide. So let us click on it. And okay, so you will have three options here: create a Java project, create a project. So as we are working with the Java, let us create one project, right? So inside that project, all your classes, or you can say all your code will be present. So we have to first create one Java project. So click this. So you can give any name to your Java project. So let me give Java, you can say first, you can give any name, it's up to you. So let me give this, right? So once I will give this, just you have to click on finish. So it will take some time. Okay, so it is that by convention modules name usually start with a case letter. So it is saying me that you have to use a small letter here, right? But if you do not want to use, it's up to you, right? So let me go with the capital letter only. So if you want to, if I say small j, so error will be gone. So okay, let us go with this time. So create this. It will create the folder, right? So, sorry, project. So here as of now, so it generated one file. So let me delete this, right? So this is not our requirement. So let me delete this. Okay, so this is your source, right? So this is the JRE, right? So I have already told you what JRE can do. So these are the some preloaded files you will find. So after that, here in that source folder, I will work. So before creating any, you can say Java code, let me create one package. So as of now, that package is a separate section. As of now, you can understand that package is just like a container, right? So inside your package container, you will have separate you can say class files, right? So let me show you. So let me give any name as a demo, or you can say collection of file, collection of Java. You can give any name again. Okay, so create this. Inside that, what I have to do, I have to create one Java class. So here, if I show you earlier how we are doing that, we have to write everything here, right? But suppose if I have to create this class inside Eclipse, then how you can do, just right click, new, and click on this class, right? And give the name as whatever the name you want to give, you can give first program, right? So once you give that name, okay, so here this class will be created. And if you also want that this method you do not have to write every time, you can just check this. So automatically it will going to give you this public static void main method. So click on finish. So once you will see one class, you can see. So whatever you are seeing on the notepad here, okay, so here you will see that package as well, because we are including our class inside the package container. So this is the reason you are seeing this first statement. But you can see that from here to here, right? So if I remove this, as of now, if I remove this, it has provided you one neat statements here, right? So you do not have to write many things. So this is the reason I am saying that working with a notepad can be a hectic task, but if we work with Eclipse, then it will make our things easy. Okay, so here if I want to copy this, and if I want to print the same statement here, right? So this time you do not have to, you have to just provide this statement system.out.println, so that it will just print this message on your console, right? So if I okay, so how to run your Java program through this? So you can click this run as Java application. You can also do it from here, or you can also do it from here, right? So click anywhere on the screen, right click, and just you have to click this Java application. So it will run, and this whatever the output you want, it will be printed. So is it clear to you, is it clear to everyone till now that how we have to run our Eclipse and create a project and create a class?
Sumit, one question. Is it necessary to create a package? We can't create a class
Yeah,
without
you
a
can
package.
create. You can create without the package as well. It will not throw any error. But actually, I wanted to. I have a habit of creating all the classes inside the package so that they will represent one collection of classes, right? You can do. Okay. So
Yes.
it's up to you again. Okay. If you do not want to create package, you can do. Okay. So once we have done this. Okay. So let me again come to this. So this we have done. That how our program execution will take place. Okay. So here, if I come, this is created. So this is important. Okay, yes. So what are data types in the Java, right? So this is very, very important that what are the data types. So data types specify the different sizes and the values that can be stored in the variable. So what is this variable? Suppose I have a, so let me remove this. Okay, I will not write it here. Suppose I want to store the, suppose there is one student and I want to store the age of the student. So I can write age equals to 24, right? So this age is my variable. So actually variable is just like a container. If I write here variable is just like a container that will hold the hold our data, you can say hold our data. So this 24 is our data and I am providing that data into that age variable. But here if you see, it is throwing one error, right? Age cannot be resolved to a variable. Why? Because I have not specified that what kind of data I am storing in that age variable, right? So this age variable is of type integer, right? This 24 is one integer value. So I have to also specify the data type. So right, so this is nothing but the data type. So this int is one of the data type, right? So likewise, if I have to store, okay, so let me first come to that people that MS Word again. So you can see there are two types of data types in Java, right? So data types, again I'm saying, is specify the different size and the values that can be stored in a variable. So there are two kinds, which is first is primitive and second is non-primitive. So there are these kinds of the primitive data types include boolean, right? So if you want to store true or false value, you can use boolean data type, right? So and there is one character. So if you want to store character like suppose you if you want to store s data type, so you can use that char data type. There is one byte, short, integer, int, long, float and double, right? So these are the primitive data type. And if I talk about the non-primitive data type, these are the non-primitive data types. So the most important are classes, interfaces and arrays, right? So we will discuss them in coming sections, but as of now understand that these are our non-primitive data types. So this is the chart I made. So if you see that primitive type, so there is one boolean data type, right? In the character there is one char data type, and integer will have four data type, right? So byte, short, int and long. And this is the floating point in the sense 2.3, 4.4. If you have decimal in your number, then you can use that float and double. So non-primitive data types, again string, array and interfaces. So if I talk about the difference between the primitive and non-primitive data type, see, primitive data types like integer, char, boolean, short, int, long, right? So these are already defined in Java, right? So non-primitive, but if I talk about the non-primitive types, just like the arrays, right? So arrays are not defined by the Java automatically. They are created by the programmer like us, okay, and is not defined by the Java, but except for a string, right? So we will be also seeing that what is this string in a deep manner in the coming sections. And what is this primitive? And this is also one of the major difference. So if you see here, I have written small I here, right? So whatever the primitive data type you will use every time in Java, it will start from the lowercase letter, right? So primitive data type like integer, int, float, double, all will start with a lowercase letter, while the non-primitive type starts with an uppercase letter. So if you want to create one array, so you have to start that data type with the capital letter. So we will see in later on. Okay, so here this is the table I provided that primitive data type. So byte, short and long, float, double, boolean, char, these are the primitive data type, and you can see the sizes of each and every data type here. And what is this? If you want to store, so if you want to store some small value, you can use that byte. But suppose if you want to store very big number, then you have to use this long, right? You can see the how much if you, I think total 15 digits it have, so it has the capacity of holding that much big number, right? So likewise, if you want to store float, so what is saying that sufficient for storing 6 to 7 decimal digits. So suppose if you have 2.456 something like this, right? So it is saying sufficient for storing 6 to 7 decimal digit. So it will be able to store all these digits. But suppose if you have more digits like that, then this will not be able to store that float one. So you can go with the double, right? So you can see that it will store up to 15 decimal digit, right? So this is the difference between the two, float and double. And if I talk about this, so boolean will actually store true or false value, we will see in a short while. And this is the character again, that if you want to store a single character, then you can store it, right? So till now it is clear to everyone, and we will see how to make the variable one by one in a short while. So till now it is clear to everyone. Yeah, this is also one of the data type. If suppose, let me show you here. Suppose this is one small value. Okay, so let me again. If we want to store this much big number, so I think total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so total it is of I think 17 digits, right? If you want to store that much big number in the variable, then you have to use this data type long, because it has the capacity of holding that much big number, right? But here your integer will not be able to store that much big integer. So this is the why we have to use that long data type based on our requirement. So we will be also seeing that how to make these variable in a short while. So is it clear? Okay, so let us start with this byte. So if you want to make one, okay, so let me not remove this. So if you want to print the age, what you can do, you can again write system. So this is the common line which you will be using in every code, right? If you want to print anything, then this is the method available, right? So if you want to print this age, copy this variable, age variable, which is of type integer, right? And place it here. So just you have to place this variable here, and automatically this will print our value. So if I try to run, you can see 24, right? So likewise, if the age is 45, 67, right? Suppose, so you can print like this, right? So this is how you can print the variable value with the help of this system.out.println, right? But suppose if you want to print some string, so what is this string? Let me also cover this. So suppose this we have done, but suppose if I want to store that my name, right? If I want to store my name in a variable, so that variable is a collection of character, is a sequence of character. So whenever you will see sequence of character, it is nothing but the strings in Java, right? So this line is also important. In the Java, strings are the objects. So as of now, you will not understand that what are the objects and classes. We will also cover that string concept in depth. Okay, so the Java platform provides the string class. So there is one string class in Java which is nothing but this one, right? So this class will help us to create and manipulate the string, right? So if I want to store my name in that s variable, I want to declare that s of type string. So if I show you here, after the age, if I want to suppose my name is Sumit, right? So if I say Sumit here, if I want to store that in one variable, so I cannot say int of type name. Why? Because that this is not an integer, right? This is a string. This is a, here you can see the, you are getting one error, cannot convert from string to integer, because this is the variable what you are declaring, it is of the type integer, but you are providing the string value here in the double quotes. Okay, so you have to say string. So this string is nothing but the data type, you can say, right? So you can say this is a class, right? So this is, C stands for class. The string class represents the character string, right? So this class we will use if you want to store your name, or you can say any string. You can also say Sumit, Vandan, any name you can give, it's up to you, Devashish. So if you want to see the output of that, copy this and place it here instead of age. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let me print both the age as well as name. So if I save it, Control and S, okay, Control and S, and it will save your program. Again, click right click and this run. So you will see the age 67 and also the whatever the names you have provided in the string format. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes. So like just one question. In integer, you mentioned that there are four types:
Yeah,
byte, dot, int,
yeah,
and long. So how? Because just can you show the chart over there? If you show
okay,
byte one.
yeah, this is the chart.
So how can we decide that which one to use? Because you mentioned that it shows whole number from -28 to 127.
See, let me
So
let me let me show you. So if I create one byte, so I can also create this byte. And what is the byte range? So let me remove this. Okay, let me remove this one. Remove this. If I want to print the age, it will work fine. So I think you can say 67, right? But what if I provide 999? So you can see the error, because this value is, what is the range of this byte? It is minus 128 to 127. But here you are providing the number which is greater than 127, right? If I provide 126, you can see no error. Why? Because its range is from minus 128 to 127, right? But if you want to store larger value, then you cannot go with this byte, right? So here you have the another option. So what is that another option? After that byte there is one short. You can use that short data type, but again it will have some limitation. Its maximum range is 32,767. So if I use short here, it will store, no issue. So its maximum range is 32,600 uh, 767. So it will store. This is the maximum. But if I say 50,000, you can see the error. Why? Because maximum, you have exceeded the maximum range of that short data type. So again, if you want to store the big number, you have to, sorry, so you have to again go with the third one, right, which is integer. So integer has that much range. But if you want to store again a big number, this is the long, this is the biggest, I think, data type it can store the variable value. So based upon your need, you have to use the data type, right? Okay,
thank you.
yeah, welcome. So this we have done. Okay, so as of now age cannot be 50,000. So okay, so this we have done, right? So if you want to create, so I think we have created the age like this. So if I say age 1, suppose we have created one int variable, suppose age of second person. You can store any, so you can say 33, right? You can also use this. So if you want to use that data type long one instead of using short, right? So if I want to store long, you can say anything. Again, let me say take it as age. So suppose the age of a stone, right? It can be thousands of years, you can say, right? So if I want to store one very big number, I can use this data type. So it will be able to store this much amount of number easily, but it will throw you one error, I think. So after that you have to write L, right? So if you are using this data type which is nothing but the long, after that number you have to provide this L. So if you want, if you see, if I show you, print this again. Okay, so I am already having it, so comment this. If you want to, okay, run this again, you can see the L will not be printed, right? But if you have to use this long data type, so you have to write L at the end, right? So is it clear? Okay, I hope it is clear. Hello.
Why did L put, yeah, you put L at the end of the digit?
Yeah, so it is indicating that whatever the digit we are having, it is of the long data type. It will indicate this. So it is mandatory, you have to write it here.
Mandatory. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can see if I remove this. So earlier, if I talk about the notepad, you will not see the error like this, but it will say, see what is this? It is treating this as integer format, right? Int data type. But once I will provide L, it will treat it as the long data type. So this is the reason I am providing L. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have done that how to create byte data type, byte variable of type byte, variable of type short, integer, long, and these are also most important one. So if I talk about the float, suppose, okay, so let me also comment this. Suppose if I say, so let me do one thing, integer num. So if I say 4, and if I try to print this number in my here, so it will work fine, there is no issue, and we are going to see the output as 4, right? But if I say 4.2, or let me say 4.7, if I try to store, it will throw the error because that number has one decimal, right? So to work with the decimal, we have to use these data type, float, double. Float and double are the two data type available. So again, if I, so I need to convert that in the float. So you can see the error here, cannot convert from double to int, right? So instead of that, so it is treating this as the double 4.7, right? So if I want to work with float data type, right, so after that I have to write f. So just like that long variable, I have put l at the end, but if you want to work with the float variable like 4.7, you have to provide 4.7 at the end, right? If you do not provide, it will treat it as double, right? So it is treating it as double automatically. Technology is treating 4.7 as double if you do not provide f. So I want to work with float data type only, so I will provide f. So once you will run your program, you will see 4.7, right? So you can store any, I think 4 to 5 here. So again like this, so this is the number you can get, but if you try to print that way, it will not print if you have integer here, right? So this is one thing. And suppose if I have one big integer again, double, so let me create one number 2 equals to this time 4 point, suppose if I have that much number, right? So this will be handled by double. So again, if you want to work with double data type, so this is float data type, and this is, let me create double data type. So that number 2 num2 is a variable, so this is a variable, this num2 is a variable which is of type double. So here I am providing one large decimal after the 4 point, right? So this way, if I try to print that second number, so if you have so many digits after that decimal, you can use double, but if you have lesser digits after the decimal, you can go with the float. So here you can see the chart as well. So double, so sufficient for storing 15 decimal digit. So if I provide 15 decimal digits after this, it will be able to store, but float will not be able to store because float can only store 6 to 7 decimal digit. Okay, so this you have to, so if I try to run this program, you will see it will print that number 2, which is nothing but this one. So is it clear how to use that float and when to use double? Okay, okay, so let us do one thing. So as of now, okay, so I will be coming to that point in a short while. I will tell you what I wanted to tell, but let us see some more points. So this we have done. Suppose sometimes it may so happen that you have to store that boolean value, right? So that boolean value, so suppose if you want to store true or false, true, yeah, false or false. So there is one data type which is called boolean. So if you, in Java, if you provide double slash, what will happen, this will become a comment. What will happen if you provide comment, this will become a comment, right? So why we are writing the comment, so whenever you write one program, it is always beneficial if you write some comment after the statement. Why it is necessary? Because when other developer or other person will see your code, he will be able to identify that what this line will doing, right? So suppose if I write like this line will print num2 value, right? So if any person who do not have any great knowledge of the program, so by writing the comments, it will be easy for the other person to read your program properly, right? So this is the reason you have to write the comments in your program. So it is not mandatory, it's up to you, but it will be good if you write, right? So what I'm saying, so if you put double slash, it will become a comment. So there is one data type I was talking about, which is nothing but the boolean. So if I want to store true, right, so let me store value, I can give any name, so you can give any name here, right? It's up to you. Let me give VL. So what is the data type this variable will going to have? Boolean. So if I try to print this value, you can also see the output. It will return true, it will print true, right? So it will not going to print these two because I have provided val here, so it will print true. Likewise it can also store false. So this is also one of the important data type in Java. So we will be using this data type when we will deal with if else condition, right? In a short while we will deal with the if else condition. There we will see that this variable, right? This data type. So this is also one of the data type. You can store false and the true. So is it clear to everyone? Then we will move further.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, does this data types have default values?
Yes, I will be coming to that point. I think I have already have the chart here. Okay, I think I have removed that chart. So yes, they have the default value like character is I think I have removed provided the chart here. So I think as of now I am remembering the default values of if I talk about integer, if I talk about character. So let us first discuss that character value, character one as well, then I will come. Okay, so because we have left with one data as well. So I think integer is, if I talk about this, it will have default value of 0, and float I think it is having 0.0f, and there is one more data type. If I talk about what is this one, float double. Okay, so I am remembering that they have all the whatever the data type you are seeing here, all will have the default value, right? So I have not memorized the default value, but I can tell you that that integer will have 0 default value, this one int, and this float one is have 0.0f, right? So I have already, I am having the chart, but I think I have missed that in providing the chart here. So we will see that. Okay, I will provide you the chart after that. So okay, so this is the data type we have to discuss as well, which is nothing but the character. So this we have done. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, so where is that string one? So this we have already seen. If I show you string s equals to Sumit. So this we have known that how we can store some value in that variable which is of type string. This variable is of type string, so let me give this as name, and you can also print that here, which is fine. But what if you want to store only a single character, right? So let me first run this. So what if I only write one single, if I only want to store s, so will be using string again? No, that if you want to store only one character, then there is one data type vector, you can give this name as. So if I want to store s, so you can provide like this, right? So this is also one of the data type. If you do not want, if you want to store only one character, then this will be helpful. So you can also print this. If you want to print that character, copy this and place it inside that println method, so it will also print that. So this time you will see s will be in the output, sorry, capital S will be in the output, right? So this is also one of the important data type in Java. So is it clear now?
Sumit, I have a question.
Yeah.
Integer, float, and string, those are the data types. But whenever I write down string with starting with a small,
Here
small,
here
I'm getting error.
yeah, you will get, because
Yes.
here I have already told that you can see this line I have written here. If you see, strings in Java are a sequence of characters. This is the definition, you can say. But in Java, strings are object. Okay, the Java platform provides this string class, so you have to use this class, right, to create and manipulate a string. So we are creating the string string. Sumit is the string, double quotes. So that you have to place in, you have to create the variable of this class string. So if I show you here as well, so where it is string, yeah. So if I show you, if I place here s, so this is not the required class which we are, you can see string cannot be resolved to a type, so it is saying that change to capital S and then string, right? So here if you want to create any variable, sorry, any string, you have to use this class and you have to create this variable of the type string class, then only it will store, right? So this is the reason you are getting error. So it is small, sorry, capital S instead of small. So this is one thing. Okay, so I think we have done this. So okay, let me also show you that. Okay, I will be coming. Okay, so this we have done. So till now it is clear to everyone that what are the data types, how to create a variable, how to print the value. Okay, I hope it is clear. Otherwise, I will move forward, right?
Sumit, one more doubt.
Yeah.
You mentioned that int double float is primitive data type and array string non-primitive.
Yeah, yeah.
So what is the difference between primitive and non?
So here I have explained. You can see again the main difference between the primitive. So integer, character, right? So if whatever the you are seeing here, this is one data type. So it will have a small letter always, right? You cannot have capital F here, right? It will throw the error, I think. Okay, so this is a separate class, right? So but if you want to store any float value here, so whatever the primitive data types you have, you always have to start with the small letter. But string is a non-primitive, right? So it will have capital letter. I have already written it here, I think. You can see primitive data types are predefined. So these byte, short, int, long are are already defined by the Java, right? But these non-primitive
Yes,
data
yes,
types, sorry,
but what is primitive means? What's the meaning of primitive?
meaning in the sense primitive means which are already defined in the Java. This is the meaning.
Okay,
Yeah,
already defined.
already defined. You can see this, right? Just one in the one line, already defined, right? So but if I talk about the non-primitive, which are arrays, string, right? So these are not defined by the programmer. These are defined by the, you can say, sorry, these are not defined by the Java technology. Non-primitive data types like arrays, you have to create the array, you have to create the string as well, right? So we will see that non-primitive data type in the coming sections. Okay, and this is also the difference, that it will start with the lowercase letter, whereas the non-primitive data type like strings, right? You can see that string is a non-primitive data type, right? I've already written there, but here we are using capital S, right? Because it is a non-primitive data type. But if you consider this one, float, double, right? All these are starting from its own letter, right? This is also the primitive data type. So this is the main difference, and primitive means that already defined in the Java language, right?
Yes,
Okay.
clear.
So this is also one of the important. So till now we have done that, how to print the some values from our. Okay, so till now what we have learned, how to create the variable. So this is our variable, and this is the data type of the variable num2, right? So and also we have seen that how to print the data with the help of this statement, right? Okay, so there are some operators in Java. If I open this, so what are the operators in Java, right? So operator in Java, it is nothing but a symbol which is used to perform the sum operation. Like if suppose if you want if you want to add two integer number, then how you are going to add the two number? And if you want to subtract two number and multiply two number, then with the help of these operator, right, you can just add two number. So let us see one by one. Okay, so let us begin with this plus addition operator, right? So if you want to add two number, how you can do? With the help of plus operator you can do. So see here, so let me remove this all. Okay, so suppose there is one number which is int number 1. So suppose you can give 5, you can give 5, and there is another number which is int number 2, which is nothing but 10. You can take any example. So okay, so Java will not allow space between the variable, right? If you want to, if you do like that, it will throw the error. So in Java you cannot provide space between the variable name. So this you can do like that if you want to still, right, provide one underscore, then it will accept. So if you want to add these two number, then with the help of plus operator you can, sorry, plus operator you can add two number. Okay, so this is one thing. So let me also put that in comment, so you can also see that. Okay, but it will not affect our program, it will not throw any error because I have marked this as a comment. So how to add these two numbers? So you have to first say number 1, sorry, number 1 plus number 2. So once you will add, okay, so you have to also, okay, so I think I have written the incorrect name. So number 1, so you have added the number, right? So but once you will add the number, you have to catch that in one variable as well. So let me say int result, so that will going to give me one result, right? So as of now I am having that result as 0, right? But once these two number will add, what I will do, result, sorry, okay, after that, so this is also one of the operator, equal to operator. So if I come here again, so you can see here, so I think here in this table it is right. So this is also one of the operator, equal to. So what this equal to operator will do, let me show you. So after that, what I will do, I will just print the result, system dot out dot println. So in the Eclipse you do not have to memorize any function, just put dot and you will see all the methods present after that, right? So this is the beauty of that Eclipse IDE. But here, but if I talk about the notepad, there you do not have any such kind of things, right? So after that, if I say result, okay, so you will see, let us first check whether our program is working correct or not. So I think 15 will be the output, so it is provided as the correct addition. So this is one thing. Okay, so let me do one thing. So as of now you can see that I am coming like this and clicking this, so run as Java application. Okay, so there is one concept, there is one, you can say, one facility that Eclipse IDE will provide us. If you want to see that how this program is working, right, inside the memory, you can say, so what you can do, you can place one debugger here, right? So this is one breakpoint, you can say, right? So if I click this, left click, okay, so double click, so here I will place one debugger, right? So it is saying that line breakpoint, and if I run that program in the this mode, debug as one Java application, so you will see our program. So it, okay, so anyways, allow access. Okay, so it is saying to switch from run to debug, so click on switch. So why I am saying this, if any of you people will face any kind of difficulties in learning the programming, right? Because when a person will newly learn the things, so he might be confused that how the program is working, but with the help of this, it will be very much clear to a person that how the program is working. So see here, step by step I will execute and you will see. So as of now we are on this line, so this line is still not executed. So click this, step over, right? Click this. So on the right hand side you can see number 1 will have the value 5. Okay, again let me execute this. You will see number 2 will have the value 10 on the right hand side. So it is telling us that how the program, what is the, how the program is working, and it is, and I am setting this result variable value as 0. So on the right hand side you can see the value as 0. So here what I am doing, I am adding number 1 plus number 2, which means I am adding 5 plus 10. So if I show you, place your mouse here, you can see the number 1 value 5 and number 2 value 10. So as of now you will see 0 because the result we have set is 0. But after the execution of this line, what will happen? 5 plus 10, it will become 15, and that equal to operator you are providing. So this, whatever the value you will get from this, it will be stored in this variable result. So let me also execute this. So this time you can see the result value is modified and it has become 15. So this is how the your program flow will work. And after that, with the help of this line, we will just print that 15 and our output. So this is how you can also do if you are facing any issue. So is it clear to everyone? Then after our program will stop, right?
Can you repeat that? How to debug?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so okay, let me start from basics. So as of now, this is the program I have written. So why I am again saying that whatever the, when you will, if anyone is starting programming for the first time, he should always try to debug each and every program. Then only you will understand that how the program flow is working. So to debug that, suppose I want to debug from this line number 7. So I will double click this, that blue, you can say blue part, or suppose if I want to execute the place one breakpoint here from here, right? So you can place one debugger, that breakpoint here, right? So this is one breakpoint, circled one. So these two lines will execute it and we will stop here. So if I right click, debug as, click this Java application, this time you can see it, we directly reached here. So these two lines are already executed. So this is the reason you are seeing number 1 value 5, number 2 as 10. So again, then if I show you, result will equals to 0. So one variable will be created inside the memory, and value will be 0 because I provided 0. After that, so this is a comment, it will not execute, right? So this is okay. So after that it will add the two number, and as of now you can see the value 0, but once I will run this line 5 plus 10, and value of the addition operation will be placed inside that one result variable. So click this, you can see on the right hand side in the yellow highlighted one, 15 value is the placed is the one, and after that you can see this is the 15, so it will print that in the output. So this is how we can see how our program is working. So is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Sir, means whenever we are debugging at the line number,
Yeah,
line number from that point we can debug, no?
yeah. If you want to debug from here, you can again do
So
that.
that not
Yeah, sure. So it's up to you where you want to start the debugging, right? So I will be also showing you in many programs, right? So okay, so this is one thing. So I think addition operation is quite clear, right? So likewise, if we have 10 numbers, or you can say, let me go with the number 3 equals to 9. So if you want to add these three numbers, then you can say plus number 3. So likewise, you can have 100 of number, you can just like do that number 3, sorry, number 3. So this time what is the output you are going to get? Sorry, number, yeah. So save it. Okay, so this time I think 24. So right, so this is how you can add numbers with the help of addition operator. So I think this addition operator is clear to everyone.
sir, we have declared result is equal to 0. So is there need of that? That means otherwise it will take arbitrary value.
Yeah, I think it will
So if
it
we
will
have
throw an error, right? It will throw the error. Let me show you. Okay, so it is not throwing. So if I show you, that what is the value it will store, let me also show you. I think it by default value is 0 integer, so it will store 0. Okay, so you can see, will it execute? So I think it is not forming. If you do not provide any value, then it will not form the variable here, right? But once you will provide here, so likewise if I show you one more thing, okay, so you can also declare the numbers like this. If I, you can declare one here, and after that you can say number 1 equals to 6. So this is also one of the way, if you want to just declare one integer variable, but after in the next line you want to store the result, right? So how it will proceed, again let me show you. So here you will see that in this line number 7, so this line is already executed, but here you will not see any number 1 variable because we are providing the value here, right? So this is how you can also do, right? So where you will provide the value, it will store there, right? Hello. After that you can just click on this terminate. Am I audible? Okay, so okay, so this plus operator is the very basic operator, right? So this we have covered. Plus, suppose if you want to subtract two number, again instead of providing plus operator here, you can say let us go with the two number. You can have n number here, right? So if I subtract 10 minus 9, so okay, so I think number 1 minus number 2, so number 1 is 6 and number 2 is 10, so I think the result will be minus 4, right? So let us see what is the output we are going to get. You can say minus 4 is the 1, right? So likewise you can have many numbers just like the addition operator. So this is that minus operator, right? So let me write it here, minus operator. You can delete, you can use for subtraction. So this is also one of the operator. Likewise if you want to multiply, this is one operator, right? Star you can say. So operator to multiply two number. So this is multiply, sorry, to number. So again instead of minus this time, if I say multiply, so shift and 8 is the right, you have to press on from your keyboard shift and 8, then you will see that star here, right? So if you see, okay, so let me try to print that. So what will be the number 1 into number 2? So result will be 60. So if I show you, you can say 60, right? So I think this operator is also very simple. You can also multiply more than two numbers, right? So it will going to provide the result accordingly. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, so this is also very easy operator. So let us do, okay, so let me open one, okay, let me do one thing. Let me use this operator now. So this is slash. So what is this? If I want to divide two number, so let me write it here. Divide two numbers. Suppose I want to divide 4 by 2. So I, in the pen and paper as well, you, I hope you all write like this, right? So if you have to 4 by 2, answer will be 2. So this is also one of the operator. You can simply write number 1 by number 2. So this is my number 1, and let us see if I say 16. So number 1 is 16, and my number 2 is 4. So if I divide 16 by 4, so let me also try to show you that in debug mode, it will be more clear. So number 1 is 16 and number 1 number, so let me come here till this part. Okay, so number 1 is 16, number 2 is 4. So if I show you 16 divided by 4, what will be the output? It will be 4. So that result will going to have that 4 here, and after that it will print. So this is how that division operator works. So this, I think this is also clear to everyone, right? You can use division 1. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, so this plus we have covered, minus, multiply, divide. So this is the division. If, let me write it here. Okay, I will share this PPT with you all. Okay, so after the class, if you want to divide two numbers, you can use this one. So this is the one. Okay, so there are more operators as well. We will discuss this in this lecture only. So I think, okay, so there is one more operator. Okay, so we will discuss that in a short while. So okay, so one more thing. As of now, you can see whatever the result I am printing, right? If I again execute it, so we got the result 4, but here how the user will understand what is this number, right? We have to provide some I can say, if I, before that, if I write again, let me write that, copy this. If I, in the double quotes, I can print any string. You have already seen that. If I want to write, so multiplication of 2, sorry, of number 1 and number 2 is equal to, okay, so let us see what is the output we are going to get. So this time it will make some sense, right? Because you can see number 1 and number 2. So now this output looks cleaner, right? So you can also provide the, before that, if you want to do like that, you can do in the separate line. But if you want to do all that in the single line only, then you can do like this. If I show you, so right before that variable, this is our variable. So before that, provide some space, put double quotes, and paste the message here, right? This is the complete message. This is the complete message. So if I, okay, so here it will throw an error because this is your string, right? This is your string, and this is one variable, right? So if you want to print both, all of them, you have to provide one plus. So now this plus is not adding the string. So right, this is one string and this is the value which is 4. So it will not add the, it will not be possible to add actually, right? So what this operator will do here, plus operator will concatenate, which means it will just stick the string with the value. Concatenate string message with, you can say, result, right? So here it will not going to add the string with the value 4, right? So this operator will just work, that will bind this message with the result, right? So it will just provide the output like this again. So you can also do that in the one line if you want. So yeah, you can see, right? So this is just doing the same thing, right? So is it clear to everyone? If you want to provide the output like this, So when you will add number, you can just place add message here, so that will make some sense in the output. So is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So till now what are the operators we have covered? We will, so this is left, this is left, this one. So equal to operator we have covered, right? So there is one more operator as well, which is double equal to, right? So we will see in a short while. And this double and logical and the logical or. So before I will discuss that, once I will discuss that if else condition. So let us start this well, right? So I think I have covered the some basics. So that yeah. So let us see what is this if statement in Java. What is this if statement in Java? So you can see here the Java if statement is used to test the condition, right? It checks the Boolean condition. So this is the data type again, right? This is the data type again. It checks the Boolean condition true or false. There are various types of if statement in Java. So let us go with the first basic one. So this is the syntax, you can see if, and here you will write some expression. So I will be telling you in a short while what is that expression, and here you will write some code. Right here in this you will write some code. So first of all let us see some one scenario. So suppose if I show you, if I let me write it here only. Suppose you are in a college, and your principal says your principal come to your class and says if any student, suppose there are hundreds of students in the class. Suppose if that principal will say if any student in this class will score more than 90% marks, more than 90 marks in the chemistry examination, right? So you will say that if you score more than 90 marks in the chemistry, right? So he has given you one offer, that principal has given you one offer, that if you score 90 marks, then in the next semester, so he will say in the next semester I will give you some fees discount, right? So assume just there is one situation. He says next semester he will give you some discount on the fees, right? So here he has put some condition, right? Some discount on the fees. So if I think about the same way in the programming, I can use this if condition, right? How we can do? Okay, let me do one thing. So okay, so here what I will do, whatever the condition, so what is the condition principal has told you. So here in this expression I will write that condition. So the condition is nothing but this is the condition, right? Chemistry marks should be greater than 90. And here what I will write, so if you can say if your marks are greater than 90, then you will get some fees discount. Suppose there is a one code written here as of now, let us say some dummy code written here. So let me also show you that how to implement that same condition here, right? So if I say, so let me create one new class, right? I do not want to create mess here. So again, that in the package, right? So this is the one class we have created. If you want to create another class, right click, new and class. So if statement meant, right? So again let me check this so that I do not need to write this line again. Okay, so suppose principal come again, okay, and then suppose there are one chemistry marks. Suppose if I write student 1 stray marks. So let us say his marks came 50, 55, or you can say 56. So or you can say let us go with the 98. Okay, so again I am storing some marks, so that marks will be of type integer. So data type again I am providing integer value, right? Sorry, variable, this is the variable that will be of type integer, so it will store that marks of the student. So this is the marks he got. So if I write if statement, so what will happen? So I will say let me close this. So what I will say, if the student one chemistry marks, so this is the variable, is greater than, what is the condition? 90. Principal has told you that if you get the marks greater than 90, then what I will do, I will just provide you the discount, right? So as of now, what will print? You will get discount in next semester. So I will be telling you that how this is working. So right, so this is just like a real-time situation. If the student marks are greater than 98, so you can see the marks are marks are greater than 90. So you can see that 98 is greater than 90. So that condition will become true, and we will see that in our output that that the student will get the discount. So if I try to run this, what you will see, this time you will get the discount in the next semester. But what will happen if that student got less marks? Suppose he got 55. So this time the condition will fail, this condition will fail, and you will not get the discount, right? So this time you will not see any output because this statement is not executed. Okay, so we will also see that we should also say that if you do not get the discount, then I should print some message in our output console. So we will be seeing that in a short while, but let me show you that how this program is working, right? Then I will also show you the flow chart. So okay, let me first show you the flow chart here. So okay, so let me again how this is working, right? If you want to make some decisions, then you can do with the help of if statement. So I have already again put one debug breakpoint here so that I can debug. Right click, debug as one Java application, so that you will be able to see how that program is working. So this is the value. You can see student, what are the student marks? 55. But if you see this condition, student 1 chemistry mark, is 55 greater than 90? No, condition will become false. This condition will become false, and inside that you will see false. So as of now you are not seeing, I will show you in a couple of minutes that inside that false will come. So if whatever the condition you write inside that expression, if that will become false, we will not be able to execute this. Okay, sorry, we will not be able to execute this if block, right, from here to here. But here, okay, but if that condition expression will become true, then we will jump inside and execute our desired code. So if I show you that flow chart, I have, yeah, so you can see the condition, which is, so here what is the condition we have provided? Condition is marks should be greater than 90. So if that condition will become true, then you will go inside and execute some of the statement. So whatever you are seeing, this is one statement I have provided, right? If that condition will become true, then only I will execute that. But if that condition will become false, I will not going to execute all these statement, and I will directly come outside of this if block. And what is this end? End means, which means that your end of the program, or you can say, right? So this time condition will become false, and you can say, so here also one more thing, this is one operator, right? So if I show you, I think which is yeah, greater than, right? So you have to just say if 2 greater than 3, then you can use this operator, right? So this operator will going to return you can see, if outside of this, right, I will say boolean. So it will return you true or false, right? How you can see. So if I write the same statement here, then you will be able to see that what is the, why it is going inside and why coming outside. Okay, if I provide the same statement here, and okay, so let me show you, let me debug it again. If I execute this, you will see condition is false. Why? Because 55 marks are not greater than 90 marks, so you will see false here, right? So you can see the same statement will execute here, right? These two are same. So as of now I have written the 2 here. You can also write b here, right? If you want to write like that, you can say just b. If I debug that again, so what will happen? This time condition will become false. Okay, so here what is the condition? False. So this time, as the false is present here, we are not going to execute this statement, and we will directly come outside. So you can see this statement is not executed at all. Why? Because false is present inside. So this is how this if statement will work, right? So it will just check what if it found true. So if it found true like this, then it will execute, otherwise it will not execute. So let us see one more thing. If I say marks, he suppose there is one more student, he got 99 marks. So this time what should be the message for that student? If I show you, yeah, so debug again. So this time you can see 99 marks are greater than 90. So this time inside this, if you can say brackets, you will found true. So if this condition will become true, you will just come inside, and because marks are greater than 99, so that student will going to get some discount in the next semester, which is correct. So this is how this statement, that if statement will work. So I think it is clear. Is it clear to everyone? Please confirm. Okay, right. So here one more thing is, suppose this student will get the discount, but it should also, this program should also tell that if we are executing this program, then it should also tell that what would happen to the student if we do not get the discount. So there should be some message in our output, because if I show you, if suppose again the marks of the students are 44, so again condition will become false. If I run that, he will not get the discount because his marks are lesser than 90, right? But you can see that we are not printing any output here, right? So with the if statement, we will also going to use one more statement, which is this one. So this is the flowchart, right? Simple flowchart. So we will use if else statement as well. So you can see here the Java if else statement also test the condition. It execute if block if the condition is true, otherwise else block is executed, right? So how you can see here, so the this will be similar if block, right? After that you can use this else. So if you use this one, so syntax is very similar. So first we have to write if condition. After that, if you want to put some statement in the else block statement, then you can use this after that. So why we are writing that? Because we want some output if the student do not get the, so that he will be able to see. So system dot out dot print. Okay, so what I should print? So what I should print, that sorry, you cannot get discount because your marks are lesser than. So that can be some demo output I'm printing as of now, so that we can see the concept, right? So this statement, this whenever we will run our program, we will see that if the student marks are less than 90, then he will see this output. But earlier, if we will use this, we will not be able to see that. So if I run it again, so this time again marks are greater than, sorry, 44 marks are lesser than 90. So you can see the statement here, right? So this time this will not execute. If this will not execute, this will execute, right? So this is the flowchart. If I show you again, so you can see the simple flowchart here. So let us provided one boolean expression, boolean, which means true or false. So if the if condition is true, so if this will become true, which means our marks are greater than 90, so this will execute, right? So here we are saying the same thing, it will execute if condition, if code, right? But if that condition will false, so here as of in our case, this condition is false, as the marks are not greater than 90, marks are lesser than 90, which is 44. So if that here false will come, automatically this statement will execute. So we will come inside the else condition, and you will see else code will execute if the condition will become false. And after else condition, what is this rest of the code, right? So after that, if condition will start from here, end here, and after that else will start and it will end here, and after that we can have some more lines of code, right? Suppose you can say you are doing some other operation here, right? System.out.print. So you can say any, you can give demo, or you can say thanks for, you can give any operation, right? You can just perform, if you want to say int number 1 plus number 2, you can do any operation. So after this, if I say, if I want to print some other operation, right? So as of now, this is just demo that how we can print some of the value. Let me also show you that in debug mode, so it will be clear. So again, let us start with the debug mode. So right click, debug as. So I am already put at the breakpoint here, so I am not doing that again, right? So just you have to right click and debug. So okay, so here again we come, and this time if I come greater than 90, right? So R4 is the 44 marks greater than 90, condition will become false, so you will have false, right? You can see in our program, and if you want to see the value on the right hand side, you can see false. After that, this will not execute because false is present inside, so we will directly come here to this condition, right? You can see directly our control will come here, and this line will going to execute. So if I execute this, after this line we will just execute our rest of the code. This is how your program will work, right? So after that, whatever the code you will write, it will work in a normal way. So right, so why we are seeing that output, you can see this is the one. After that I printed one thanks, and after that 10. So you are seeing that in one line. Why? Because I am not writing ln here, right? So there is one difference. If I write ln here, so what will happen if I write ln here? Once this statement will print, automatically your line will change, right? So if I execute this time, if I write ln here and if I run it again, so your line will change, and you will see some neat output, you can see. So after that, line changed due to this ln, and we printed this. But again you will see that 10 is printing here, right, after thanks. So if I write ln here as well, then again line will change, and after that your program will work. Right, you can see. So this is the basic difference between writing ln and l. If you remove this, line will not change. Okay, so is it clear to everyone that how you can use if else condition? Okay, so let us see some one program, right? So this is, I think I have already explained the flow chart. If which condition will execute, right? So again, okay, so let us write one simple program, right? So there is one requirement. I want to check whether my number is odd number or even number. So this is one basic program. So we will make use of if else statement only, right? So so one more thing, where are the operators, right? So we have discussed greater than, right? So you can also use that lesser than as well, right? So you have to just replace this with less than, right? So it's up to you how you can use, right? So again, if 90 greater than 44, so there is one criteria that principal has said that, okay, so I will be coming to that other scenario in a short while, but this is how you can use that. You can also use greater than equal to, which means if your marks are if your marks are 90, right? So earlier if I say 90 here, and if I remove equal to, you will see you will not get the discount because your marks has to be greater than 90. This condition says that, right? So if I show you, click this, so you can say sorry, you cannot get the discount because your marks are lesser than 90, or you can say marks are not greater than 90. Let me write it here, not greater, it should be greater. If you also get 90 marks, then only you will not get the discount, right? So as of now I am getting the 90 marks, but still 90 is not greater than 90. So this is the reason I am saying that I am seeing this output. But suppose principal says, okay, you can, if you get 90 marks or greater than 90 marks, you can get the discount. So you can use equal to here, which means after greater than equal to, which means if you get 90 marks or greater than 90 mark, you are eligible for discount. So you can use greater than equal to sign in this condition, right? So you can see here you will get the discount in the next semester, right? So this is how you can use less greater than equal to. And if you reverse the condition, right, so it will be less than equal to. So here if you reverse the condition, you will see other statement, you can see you will get the discount. Why? Because still 90 is equal to 90, right? 90 is not lesser than 90, which is false, but here 90 is equal to 90. So this is the reason you are getting this statement executed, right? So this will hold true this time. But if I remove equal to here, so this time you will say you will not going to get the discount because 90 is not less than 90. You can see sorry, you cannot get the discount, right? So this is how you can interchange this operator, greater than equal to, or you can also use less than equal to, right? So I think you can do that. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so one more thing. So this we have done less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. So equal to we have already covered that. If you want to add two numbers, so with the help of equal to operator, you are just storing the value, right? And this also left not equal to. Let me cover this as well. So before that, let us make a let me make one more class, right? So let me make one more class. So let me write one program for even odd. So we have to check whether our number is odd number or even number. So again, let me check this. Click on finish. So again, we will get that. Suppose I have one number, right? Suppose there is one number, integer num equals to 6. So I hope you all know that how to check for the even number and odd number as well. So let me just quickly brief that. Suppose this is the number, right? 6. Okay, let me not write it here. Let me suppose if 6 is the number, right? So if this number is completely divisible by 2 and give the remainder 0, which means it is even number, right? So this is the condition. So even number, right? Otherwise it will be odd number, right? So this is the condition. I hope you all know this. So if you want to write some program like this, so suppose how we can write. So here we are also going to use this if else condition, right? So if number is an even number, I will print one statement here that my number is even number, right? Otherwise my number is odd number. In the else condition I will write. So suppose my number is 6, right? So if I say so first of all, let me divide this by 2. So you might think that int, so here what are the condition? 6 is the number. If that number is completely divisible by 2, completely divisible means that you will get the remainder 0, right? So what I will do, int remainder, remainder, you can write any name, it's up to you. So if you say, you will think like this, 6 by 2, right? So you are dividing this by 2, and what is the remainder you should get? 6 by 2 is remainder will be 0, right? So okay, actually there is one shortcut. If I let me tell you this as well. So if you write system sys out, right? Earlier what I was doing, that I am writing system.out.println, but there is one shortcut in Eclipse. If you write like this, and after this you will say control space, so automatically you will be able to generate this statement, right? So you do not have to write every time, right? So let me write it, control space, right? So automatically it will generate, is the shortcut. Okay, so you will see, you will not going to get the remainder here, right? What is the output? It will going to give you 3, but we are interested in the remainder. You can see the output is 3, right? But here what I was saying, if that number is completely divisible by 2, I want to get the remainder, right? So if you want to get the remainder, so this 3 you're saying is the quotient part, right? So I think, yeah, quotient is the one, right? But if you want to get the remainder upon division, then you have to use this operator. So I think I have not written it here, no issue. So there is one modulus operator, you can say this operator, right? Percentile, you can say whatever. So this operator, if you use this percentile, then you will be going to get the remainder. So if I say like this, instead of dividing, you can say this. So if I run this time, you will get the remainder, which is 0, right? So if you let me also show you one. Suppose if the number is 16, if I say number is 16, okay, so why I am writing this 16 here? Because not, I do not think we should write. Let me write here only. So what is this 16 by 2? Which is nothing but remainder will be 0 and quotient will be 8. But here you are going to see that remainder is 0, right? So you have to use this operator if you want to get the remainder, right? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us discuss this. Okay, so let me again. Okay, so I will again make use of the if or else condition, right? If provide one brace, hit enter. Okay, after that else condition will become, and after that provide two more braces, right? So this will just indicate that this is starting from here, ending it here, right? This is if statement, and this else statement will start from here and end it here, right? So let me also, okay, so if whatever the what is the condition, if that number is completely divisible by 2, which means that number is an even number. So what I will do, this is the remainder. If our remainder is equal to 0, right, which means what I can write, again I will use shortcut. Okay, sys out and control space. I will say my number is even, so you can just like this. But suppose if that remainder is not equals to 0, so we are getting one error. We will discuss this in a short while. But if your number is not even, then what you have to write, you will just write number is odd. You can say number entered is, you can say, odd number, right? So this will be going to get in the else part, right? So here please put yourself on mute. Sorry.
You have to use the remainder is equal to
Yeah, I was saying that there we are getting some error. We will discuss that in a short while. Yeah, I know. So what I was saying, that this is the number. So here you will see that one error. Why you are getting this error, right? So it is saying cannot convert from integer to boolean, right? So here whatever the condition you will write, right, you cannot write some number here, right? It will expect either true or false. So it will only expect either true or false, right? Otherwise you will get, sorry, false here, right? So instead of writing equal to, because here we are doing comparison, right, we are not storing our zero value in the remainder, right? Here what this statement will do, it will just check whether the remainder which you are getting is equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, then I'm saying that my number is even. Otherwise I'm saying that my number is odd number. So this is the difference between equal to. Okay, so when you have to use equal to, suppose I will say again, suppose I have two number, int number 1 equals to 4 and int number 2 equals to 5. So when I will add these two number 2, when I will add these two number, what is the error? Okay, so when I will add these two number, I want to store the number result in some variable. So here I will use equal to, right, and that will be of type integer again, because we are storing integer value only. So here you will use equal to, right, but here you are just checking whether the remainder you got, will it be equal to 0 or not. So here you do not have to use that single equal to, right? So this is the basic difference here for the comparison purpose. So once this will compare, it will either return true or false. So I will also show you in the short while that how this is returning true or false. Okay, so this is clear to everyone that where we have to use equal to and double equal to. Okay, so let us check. So suppose that number is 16, so 16 will come here in that part, 16 module by 2, so remainder will be 0. Okay, so let me not print this, it is not required for us. Okay, so it will just check here whether it is equal to, remainder is equal to 0. If the condition is true, I will say number is even, otherwise my number is odd number. So let us first run whether it is working correct or not. So you can see my number is even, right? But if I say 17 and I think the remainder will be 1, right? This time what is the remainder? Let me also print it. If I, you can see remainder is 1, number entered is odd number. Why? Because 1 is not equals to 0, right? So this is the reason. Or let me show you one thing. So let me again take that boolean here. So instead of writing this statement here, I will write here, so that you will be able to see what is the value it is returning us every time on comparison. So instead of writing, you can see this is checkpoint. So this is one checkpoint. So based on whatever the value checkpoint will receive, we will, okay, so check will come here. Yeah, fine. So okay, so this time let us take the number as 17 only. So again let me put one breakpoint. So let me put breakpoint in this line, 14 line, right? So double click this, left click, double click, and run as, sorry, I need to run that in debug mode. Okay, let me run it again. So run that in debug mode. So you can see we are on this line, so this line is still not executed, right? So this is the reason it is highlighting this line. So you can see these three lines are already executed. So you can see number equals to 17 on the right hand side, remainder is 1. After you will say 17 percentile 2, right, it will give the remainder 1. Okay, so once you will get the remainder, you can see the value here if you place your mouse. Okay, this line also executed, so it will print 1 in the output, you can see. Okay, so 1 is printed. After that it is saying is 1 equals to 0. So is 1 equals to 0, condition will become false, so it will store false. You can see on the right hand side as well if you want to see, right? So if condition will become false, which means number is not an even number, right? So we are not going to go inside this block, right? We will directly come to this block, right? So I will click this and automatically you will see this will not execute, and it will execute. So this is how the flow of the program will work, right? So this is one basic program that if you can do with the if else condition to check whether your number is even number or odd number. So is it clear to everyone? Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
We have single step. If we have single statement,
Yeah.
if else bracket, then there is no requirement to use curly bracket.
Yeah, sure.
If we have,
If I remove
right,
this, it will work fine.
and that will work.
Yeah, it will work. No issue.
Fine.
But I think if you provide like this one more statement, it will not work. I think if you provide only one statement, it will take. Okay, so it is. So you can see the error here. For only for the one statement, it will work. Otherwise, it will not work, right? So you have to keep that in mind. So right. So if I say some more here, it is throwing one error, right? Else delete this token, right? Because if I delete this, you will see here if I show you. So this time, so my number is not an even number, so you will see this line will not be printed, but this is not a part of, let me write it here, not the part of if block. So run as, this time you will see this line will going to execute only because this is not a part of if block. So also our condition will become fail because this is not an even number, so false will come here. So this will not execute, but after this whatever the statement you will write, it will only treat one statement after the condition and rest are not the part of a block, right? Right, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
So you can also, I have pressed Ctrl Z so that I undo my operation. So what is okay, so this we have done. So let us make some one of the, okay, so suppose this is the number, right? Actually I want to print that if I run it again, number entered, so this is the remainder. So in the next time I will not print this remainder. Okay, so here number entered is odd number. So what is the number entered? If you also want to include that in the output, how you can do? So this is our number, right? NUM is the number. So after that my number is even, or so you can say, instead of writing like this number, if you also want to use number 17 is even in the output, how you can do? So plus, so again I will use concatenation operator, here I will use num and I will again use plus. So how it will be treated as, so this is a string, number is a string, this is even is also a string as it is in double quotes, but here I am placing one variable which is nothing but my actual number, right? So if I use plus before and after that variable, so it will just concatenate our whole message and print that in the form of a string. So right, so you can also modify this, and let me copy this same here so that you will see some neat output as well. So this time it is odd number, so let me change it to, but here you will see whatever the number you will enter. So run this. you can say, oh, if you want to provide, so you can say number 17 is odd, but here again if you provide some space, provide space here, and you can provide space here as well. Now you will see spaces, proper spaces. So this is also you can modify your output, right? So after 17 I also want to give, before that let me give one space, and before that as well. Save it, Control S, again run it. So you will see, you will get some neat output, right? So whatever the number you will enter, suppose I will enter for 56, so again remainder will be 0, so number will be even number. So you can say number 56 is even, right? So this is how you can modify your output by writing like this. So is it clear to everyone? Okay, so these two operators are also left, so let us discuss this very fast. So this we have covered, right? But if you want to find the remainder, right, so this is equality operator. If you want to check whether two numbers are equal to each other or not, right, so it will return true or false based on your condition. So this one, this one, and this one is left not equal to, right? So suppose if you also want to write, okay, let me create one more class. So okay, so what can be the class name? Sorry for the horn. Okay, so what can be the class name? Operators, you can say some more operators, some operators. So you can give any name, so let me give this. So we have to discuss three more operators as well. So suppose your marks are, suppose your student 1 int marks, marks, suppose the marks are 56. So you actually, what happened that again in your college, your principal says that if you get 90 marks in your math examination, in your chemistry examination, then you will get some discount. But if you do not get 90 marks, right, so he's not talking about the marks greater than 90, he is just saying if you get marks equal to 90, then you will see, then you will be able to get the discount. So suppose your marks are 78, so this time I can also use if condition, but here I will not be, I will not use the same condition, right? If marks are greater than or equal to, here I will just say if marks not equals to 90, just say this. So here as of now the marks are 78, again shortcut, so not eligible for discount, right? So what is this? It will just, it is the reverse of double equal to, you can see. If I press equal to equals to, which it will check whether marks are equal to 90, but if I say marks are not equals to 90, right, so 78 marks are not equal to 90 marks, so which means that you will not be able to get the discount, right? So this is also one of the operator, right, you can use according to your specific need, right? So this is not equals to, right, so this also you can use, right? So this is one small operator. So this we have covered, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, right? So these are the important ones as well. Okay, so this is clear to everyone, this one, not equals to operator. Okay, so let us discuss these two important one, logical and logical or. So suppose, let me write it as physics marks and integer chemistry marks, so equals to 90. So what is the criteria to get the discount this time? Your physics marks has to be greater than 90 and, so here this is the condition and, right? So and physics marks should be greater than 90 and chemistry marks has to be greater than 90, right? So if suppose there is one student, if he will get the marks, physics marks greater than 90 as well as chemistry marks greater than 90, then he will be eligible for discount in the next semester. So here we will use one operator which is logical and see, we will see that how this will going to help us. So logical, you can say AND. So I hope many of you have studied this already, that what is this logical AND. I think there was some subject like digital electronics in our college. So there we will discuss, we have already covered that. So later I will tell you, do not worry. So this is the symbol, right? Double AND. So okay, so what you will write the condition this time? Your physics marks should be greater than 90. So you got 78, and chemistry marks as suppose this time 55. Okay, so here you will write one condition: if physics marks should be greater than 90, sorry, should be greater than 90, and you will use double AND operator. And if sorry, yeah, chemistry mark should be also greater than 90. So these two conditions has to be fulfilled, then only you will get the discount, right? You will think that if you score 90, more than 90 marks in this, and if you will not perform well in this exam, then you will also not going to get the you can say discount, right? So these two conditions has to be uh, fulfilled simultaneously, because I'm using double AND, right? So let me also show you what is the checkpoint. So you will see. So instead of writing this line here, I will write here, so that you will be able to see when we are getting false and where we are getting true. So as of now you can see physics marks are greater than 90. So these marks are not greater than 90, condition will become false. So okay, let me do one thing. Let me okay, let me do it again. Okay, so this is the one. So what I mean to say, see how this one AND operator, right? So this is our operator, double AND, right? Suppose this is A and B, right? So suppose if this will be true and this will be true, right? So then the output you will going to get as true, right? If this will be false and this will be true, then you will going to get the output as false, right? So this is how this will work. And if you get this false and this false, this condition false, then definitely you are going to see the output as false. Okay, so but if suppose this is true, so these are the four conditions which that will going to be formed with the true and false. So if I say, yeah, true and false, right? So then also you are going to result as false. So if you use this AND condition, it is saying that you have to fulfill this condition and this condition as well, then only you will going to get the output as true. But if you fail any of these conditions, you will going to get the output as false, right? So this is how you have to get the 90, more than 90 marks here and here as well, right? So then only you will going to see the uh, condition which will become true here, right? So this is how this will work. So let me also show you. If I run, let me put debugger, right? So it will stop here at that line number 13. Okay, so here you can see these two lines are already executed. This is a comment, so this will not going to be a part of our program. It will be a part, but it will not going to execute, right? So 78 are the physics marks and chemistry marks are 55. After that I am comparing, is 78 greater than 90? So you can see the condition will going to become false, right? So you need not need to check this condition, because it will automatically, if this will become false, any one of these, automatically false will come here, right? So you failed the criteria, and you filled the criteria, so that's why you will not going to get the discount, right? So this is how this double AND operator will work, right? So suppose this time if you get 99 marks in both the examination, in both the subjects, this time you will get the discount, because you are fulfilling both the conditions as told by your principal. So you can see 99 is greater than 90, true. This will also be going to be 99 greater than 90, which will become true. So true and true, you can see here, true and true, right? First one, it will going to return as true. This time you will see, if condition will become true, we will come inside the if condition, right? So this time, okay, so I should have written else part as well, because I am again printing. So let me write else part again. So what I should do, So else, so let me not write this point here. If I will not fulfill the criteria, I will not be eligible for discount, but if I will fulfill the criteria, you are eligible for discount. So if I run this time again, so as of now I am fulfilling the criteria, again true will come. Okay, so true, this will be executed, and after that else block will not going to execute. So this is how we come out. We not executed this at all because this condition will become true, so it will not execute this. After that we will come outside. So this is how our program execution will work, right, if we use the double end operator. But suppose you did not get you get 70 marks, 78 marks, so we are failing this condition, right? So you are not going to be eligible for discount if you fail any one of the condition. This is what our criteria will say, right? So this time you are not eligible because you got some less marks. So this double end operator is clear to everyone? Okay, thank you. Okay, so let us see one more operator. So this is how you can do. Okay, so you can have one more operator after that if you want to say, suppose principal says integer math marks equals to 88. So you can also provide math marks here as well, right? So where it is the one? Again, this time principal is saying you should get more than 90%, more than 90 marks in all the three subjects, then only you will get the discount, right? So you can also put a number of, what is the error? Okay, so I have to also specify that greater than 90, right? So then only error will go. So you can provide a number of, right? So, but any one of the condition will fail. These two conditions has to satisfy simultaneously. So true will come here, true will come here, and true will come here. Then only you will going to get the discount. So this is how you can put a number of. After that you can also put fourth subject if you want, right? So this is how this will work. So this is one criteria. Okay, so suppose next time there is one criteria principal of the college has decided that if any one of the students, so you have three subjects, right? As of now you have the physics, chemistry and math. Principal is saying it's okay if you do not get 90 marks in all of the subject, but suppose you got 99 marks, greater than 90 marks in the physics, then you are eligible for discount. Or he will say, or if you get 90 mark greater than 90 marks in the chemistry exam, then also you will be eligible for discount, right? And if he says that if you do not get 90 marks in these two subjects, it's okay if you get more than 90 marks in the math examination, then also you are eligible for discount, right? So instead of saying like this, he will say I will use other one. So he will say physics marks, here he will say instead of and, or you can say or math marks greater than 90, right? So the condition is or here, right? So if this condition will satisfy either this or this one, right, then we can get the discount, right? So here we will use logical or operator in this case. So the symbol of logical or operator is double, you can say, okay, shift and after on the top of enter you will see that key, right? So you have to press this. So this is the symbol of logical or operator. So here again what I will do, let me again take the snapshot. So this time that I wanted to show that what will happen every time you will get true and false. So how will the table look like this time? Suppose you have three condition, A or B. Okay, so first of all let us go with this two, you can say, let us go with this physics and chemistry marks. Okay, so let me write the program. I am seeing AND operator here. So this time instead of using AND operator I will use simply OR. Here also I will use OR operator. So save it and let me take a snapshot again. Okay, so this time you can see the condition. Suppose we are discussing, let us first discuss this one, right? So suppose this condition will become true, right? And suppose this condition become false and this will become false, right? So what will happen? Still you are eligible for discount, right? Because the principal says if you get any marks greater than 90 out of these three subjects, you will be eligible for discount. So what is the output you are going to get? This time you will get true again. So suppose this will be true, this will be true, but this will become false. Again you will get the discount because two conditions are matching this time, so you are also going to get the discount. Again, let me say this condition become false, this condition become false, and this will become true, right? So these are false, these conditions you failed in these subjects, but here you will get the on the third one you get 90 marks, more than 90 marks. So here again you will be eligible for discount, so I am writing true here. So again, if I say this will become true, this will become false, and this will become true. Okay, so again at least two are matching, two conditions you are fulfilling, so you will going to get the discount, so this will be true. Okay, and likewise if I say this will be false, this will be true, and this will be false, right? So I think we have not covered this one. So again you are fulfilling at least one criteria, so you will going to get the output as true. But here if I say you are failing the criteria here, here, and here as well, right? Then you are going to get the output as false. So only in this condition you will not get the discount if you score less than 90 marks in all the three subjects. But if you going to get any true, or you can say any subject more than 90 marks, then you will be eligible for discount. So this is why I am writing it true, right? So this is how the, you can say that truth table, right? So I think this is the truth table. They, yeah, so this is the truth table of this logical and logical or, right? So this is logical or operator, right? And this is a logical end, right? So let us try to run this program and see how this is working. So let me just, I got 99 marks here, but here I am failing, but you will see I will be eligible for discount because I am at least matching here, right? You can see here you are eligible for discount. And if I fail this one as well, but if I fail these 33 marks I got, so this time you will see you will not be eligible for discount because all the three okay, you can say not eligible for discount, this one is executed, right? But if I again got more than 90 marks in one of the subject, so let me show you debug very quickly. So you can see, okay, so this time this condition will become false, this one will become false, 70 not greater than 90, but this will become true, 99 is greater than 90, so you will you going to get true here, true, right? After that if the condition is true I will get the discount, otherwise I will not get the discount, right? So you will see, so only this one execute, else part will not going to execute at all. So you can see, right, we come out of our program and it will stop, right, terminated, which means your program is execution is finished. So this is how you can use this operator as well, right? So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So we will see for, as of now we have seen one if else statement till now. We will, okay, so in the next lecture we will see that what are the loops in Java, while loop, for loop, do while loop, right? We will see step by step. So till now, after that class I will upload the video and will provide you 3 to 4 questions, right? So not more questions will follow on this if else condition, right? But once we will work with looping part, then we will provide you more question, right? So I will provide you 3 to 4 questions, so try to solve that. And one more thing, try to debug the program, right? Then you will understand more how that program will work, right? Again I will show you that right click and debug it, right? So even if you are learning it for the first time, it will be easy because you can see that step by step execution for the program, right? So any doubts?
No, sir.
So, Sumit, you have shown that bytecode was generated in the command prompt file. That file was generated.
Sorry?
The same file will. You have shown that bytecode file was generated when you have executed on the command prompt.
Yeah, okay, let me show you.
Yeah, no, that is okay. So the same file will be created when we are executing for the Eclipse.
Yes, let me show you. So yeah, I will show you where this file is located, dot class file. Yes, it will generate. Let me show you. So this is the file. So whenever I am executing this file, one class file going to generate, just like we did it for the command prompt, right? So let me see where my project is located. So this is the path. Right click on the property. This is the location where my project is present. Copy this entire path and let me open it. I think I'm already having that in the desktop, so I do not need to see the path. So yeah, this is the project, right? We are working on. So you will have all the classes, sorry, files here. So I think it is in the, okay, I think this is not the one. What is the project one? Okay, let me open it anyway. So just paste the path of the project. So here it is the one. So I think in the source. So this is our package, I think. Collection of Java file, it is our package, and inside that package you will find all the file. So this is the dot notepad in the notepad format, but we have to see that where that dot class file is present. I think it is here, right? You can see dot class files, all the 4 class we have created. So right, you can see here bytecode. You can see that this is a bytecode, it is a class file, right? Just like we did it for the command prompt. Okay, so you can go to the project level and then you can see all the files, right? So thank you everyone for attending today's session.
Yeah, Sumit,
Yeah.
give me a minute. Actually, I have already shared the Google Classroom link to everyone in WhatsApp. So I request you all to join that Google Classroom first, because Sumit will be pasting, I will be pasting the all assignments over there only. So will be asking again and again that, sir, where we can get assignments. So that is the right platform where you get all your assignments. Yeah. So I don't know how many of you are from out of India. So is it okay if we'll get timing on morning for that particular day? But everyone should be ready for that. Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Actually, next week on Saturday we have Deepavali. So if you are guys ready to join on morning, because evening we have celebrations. So I hope that you feel not comfortable with the 4 p.m. timing on Saturday. Want to skip any session? That's okay for me. Yes, I think for next weekend, Deepavali morning is fine for everyone.
Sir, I think
Morning.
no, it's not the right platform because everyone is unmuted themselves and I think we can discuss it on group may decide that.
Okay, okay. You guys can respond over there also.
The time will be decided by the common time.
Yeah. So over there you can suggest your timings, the common timings you take, and also actually that step timing, that's no problem. But if you want Sunday also in morning, then we can do that. But after that, every session will be on time. But this weekend, just because we have Deepavali, that's why I want to, so that everyone can celebrate at evening, because in morning we don't have any work, but evening we have that celebrations. Okay, you guys can suggest your timings over WhatsApp group. And please join the Google Classroom account. We'll pasting the assignments over there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.